Good morning, everybody. Sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Happy Friday, happy holiday. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Listen, we've got a few stories to do. Anyway, Kamala Montano Mdlache, and on this channel, sikhuluma reality TV shows, celebrities, kanye YouTubers. If it's your first time joining me on this channel and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you are joining me from Facebook and Twitter, do not forget to like and follow me over there, you guys. So listen, talking about reality shows, you guys, season 2 of Kwamamkize, okay, is out. It premiered yesterday. It looks like it's going to be interesting. Apparently, Umamkize is no longer staying at the mansion. She's more in Johannesburg, okay? And we also get to, hear Utamiya speak, okay? We finally hear Utamiya say some things, okay? And somebody said to her, "Kancane kancane uyavela wena. Kancane kancane uyavela." So it's going to be an interesting season. If you can get hold of it on Showmax, make sure that you watch it because we are going to talk about it here and there. And also, you guys, on my Reality Buzz TV channel. Make sure that you go over there and subscribe because we are going to talk in detail about what's happening on that show. It's a lovely show. Okay, you're just watching the rich people living the rich lives. Okay. So yesterday, you guys, it was Zahara's memorial service, the one that was held in Johannesburg at Rema Church. A lot of the people that are Zahara's friends, I guess fans as well, and family. Some of family was there. It was a lovely, lovely memorial service. I don't want to lie, you guys. Like it was done very, very well. I liked Udati, even though she's not my favorite, but she did that. She emceed very nicely, you guys. And it's nice to see that Zahara did have people that really cared about her. I love the friendship between her and Vusi Nova. I like the fact that she had somebody that really, really cared about her, you guys. And also the husband, okay? Okay, fiance slash husband, whatever, okay? He had paid Lobola for her already. They were supposed to finish that and get married. So we might as well just call him the husband, okay? And I don't know, you guys, there's been people that have come in my comment section and saying, listen, Dando, this man cannot be trusted. I'm like, so far, you guys, no information has come out to say that this husband here was not a good husband to Zahara, okay? And he delivered a speech there. He sounded very heartbroken, you guys, but, we never know. But I really felt like he really, really loved Zahara and he did take care of her during the hard times. And yeah, but it was a beautiful memorial service. And I heard that the funeral is going to be on the 4th. Is it the 4th next week? And I thought, wow, it's such a long time. I don't know if it's because she passed away in Johannesburg and they have to take her back home because before they can actually arrange for the funeral. But I thought, what a long wait before the funeral, because she passed away this past Monday and she'll be buried next weekend. That's a long time. But yes, I believe that the funeral is going to be in the Eastern Cape, you guys. Listen, because yesterday we did not do a live, I was going to do the story Sika Vusi Nova because I believe that Vusi Nova was fighting for Zahara a lot. Him and Zahara's husband, okay? And there was a situation that happened between him and the Nzinzas. And he was like, listen, you need to get out of this house over here because where have you been? So we're going to go through that story right now. Lindy, good morning, Dando. What a lovely memorial indeed. It was lovely, you guys, and may God bless Vusi Nova for being so supportive for her. Listen, I loved it. I loved it, you guys. It was a beautiful sign off. I believe the brother and the sister was there. I'm still trying to figure out, is it one of the sisters that were being accused of using the card? Also, I love the fact that there was no fighting. There was no fighting. There wasn't that thing of, the husband wants this to be done and then the family wants this to be done. I think it felt like everybody understands that everybody loved Zahara and they want to give her the best send off that they can. So, yeah. And let me say, I haven't heard of anything, of any conflict as far as like the arrangements for the memorial service and all of that was concerned. Okay, everything that happened before Zahara passed away, or it was reported to have happened before Zahara passed away. So I loved how they did that memorial service for her, and all of the artists that they got to perform there, you guys. I feel like, yeah, it just made sense. It made sense that they chose the people that they chose, you guys. And of course, you guys, we can't get away from the fact that when somebody has passed away, we seem to show a lot of care for them once they've passed. It's just the thing about human beings, even with our family members, once the person has passed, like you feel like, huh, because you always, when they're around, you think that you have time to make amends, you have time to, I don't know, make up for the things that you haven't done for them, and they also have the same. So once they pass, it's that thing of, and we didn't have time, that it hits you that the person is gone. It's always going to happen that way, you guys. And also, even if you did not respect the person while they were alive, when you are sending them off, what would be the reason for you to express that at the funeral? I don't know. I don't understand the people that are saying, but when she was yes, when she was alive. But I think also Mizi gave us a good lesson with that speech to say, listen, we have to admit we were not kind. We did things that we shouldn't have done as far as she was concerned. We gossiped about her. We laughed at her and all of that. But it did not mean that we did not love her. But we apologize that that is what we did when she was alive. Amogelang. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. What a good memorial it was. It was. It was a beautiful one. I loved it. Okay. I loved it. And it wasn't like a mess. Sometimes they would try, because maybe someone is a singer or a musician, they would try to do this thing when now kube chaos, somebody are dancing and all of that. So it was very organized, very respectful. I don't know what they did at the end. Maybe they did the dancing and whatever, because they have to celebrate her life. But the actual service was just nice, you guys. Nicely done. Okay. So let's talk about what happened with Vusi Nova and the Nzinzas. Just before this happened, before the memorial service, you guys. I guess they're trying to organize things that have to do with the funeral, where Zahara is going to be, and how she's going to be buried and all of that. And the Nzas, I guess they were there to try and help. Anyway, you guys, it's not the Nzas because they're no longer married. But let's find out. Okay, let's read that story and find out what happened. Vusi Nova gives TK Nzinza a tongue lashing and chases him out of Zahara's house. Okay. Uh, the memorial service of a singer and songwriter Zahara is set to take place at Rema Bible Church. That was yesterday. A lot has transpired at Loliwe's singer's home in Roodepoort, west of Johannesburg, since she passed on Monday night. Days before the memorial service, guests like DJ Zimdollar and members of various churches visited the singer's family to offer their condolences. ANC Provincial Secretary Temkosi TK Nzinza and his wife, Unhlanhla, ex-wife actually, Nhlanhla Mafu, also paid their respect to the family after not having visited the star at the hospital for the weeks she was admitted. Listen, you guys, I thought that Zahara had an issue with TK Nzinza, but not necessarily Unhlanhla. But people that watched her reality show, which I didn't watch, you guys, they are saying that there was a time where Zahara was trying to call Nhlanhla and Nhlanhla wouldn't pick up. And I don't know, you guys, sometimes we call our friends and they don't pick up the phones. But there must be something about that phone call that made people feel like Nhlanhla was ignoring Zahara. So she might not care about her that much. Okay. I would have to watch that scene to actually understand what was going on there, because I absolutely do not think that if you're calling a friend and they don't pick up just that one time, that you can say that the friend doesn't care about you, because sometimes you just can't pick up. But that's the thing that people are commenting about as far as she is concerned. They're even commenting about that on her Instagram post, where she is posting about Zahara. People are saying under those posts, listen, you couldn't even pick up her call when she was alive. So what are you talking about? Okay. According to an insider, TK Nhlanhla did pay a single visit to the singer until it did not pay a single visit to the singer until yesterday at her home. Guys, I do wonder if these people did try to visit Zahara when she wasn't well in the hospital. I know that it's not everybody that was allowed. There is somebody that came into my comment section that said, listen, actually, when somebody is in ICU. There's a limited number of people that can visit. Okay. So I do wonder if they attempted at all to even say, listen, can we visit her to the, at the hospital? And then maybe the family was like, or the husband was like, no, actually you can't. Or they didn't care. Now they're coming now that she's passed away. I just wonder about that. They arrived at the house and said their condolences to Bulelo's mom. TK offered that the ANC handled the funeral arrangements and moved from the current mortuary, which did not sit well with a lot of people. The source said, I don't understand why, like, guys, I don't know if it makes any sense for him to even offer to move Zahara from one mortuary to another. Like, what difference was that going to make? If he wanted to help, he could have just said, here is money here, I just want to donate, instead of wanting to be the one now that says which mortuary she must go to. Okay, maybe it's one of his friends. Okay, because he is in the IAEO party. Okay. They were not present during the time of need. The family reached out to them for assistance. No one was there for her except for her fiance. Okay. TK is said to have asked the family to remove Zahara from the current morgue. They suddenly want to take charge. It's okay if they wish to have a provincial of state funeral, and she deserves it, and she was a national treasure. But where were they during the time of need? Vusi Nova made sure that after her passing, her body was moved from the hospital. They were not there. Vusi Nova has since lashed out at TK after the offer. Remember, you guys, it was according to the reports, let me say that Vusi Nova, her fiance, and I believe her mom was also around. But obviously, most of the family is in the Eastern Cape. I think even now, after she has passed, maybe most of the family is in the Eastern Cape. So obviously, if you pass away at the province where your family is not there, somebody has to take charge to say, okay, what happens to you from the hospital to where? Okay, so I guess they're saying that they were not there during that whole thing. He told them uh, ish and chase them out of the house. The way where were they the entire time? The family is currently resolving the matter to make sure Zahara has a dignified send off. Both TK and Tlanta's phone were off at the time of publishing. Zimocha will update the story, update their side of the story as soon as they are reachable. Listen, you guys, did they come together to actually visit the Zahara house at the same time? Okay. I don't know, you guys. I think it's one of those situations with them where if they didn't go to visit, like after Zahara passed, it would have been an issue that people would have been like, they don't even go and see they didn't even go to see the family. And I also feel like even the donation, like whatever that they wanted to donate and help with, like why wouldn't you do that? Because we all knew. Remember, guys, the first story that got published about Zahara being in the hospital talked about how costly it was to keep her at the private hospital. They were talking about how expensive all of the tests that she had to do were. And if there was money to donate, why didn't you do it then? Okay, why didn't you do it then? So I do get that. But again, now she has passed and they want to help. Okay, just offer, just say, listen, here's the thing, if the family needs something, we can help, instead of wanting to be the one now to say what must happen, because where were you? And you also know that your relationship with this person was not very good. I don't know if Zahara wants TK Nzinza and DJ's Boo around anything that has to do with her now that she has passed. I don't know, you guys, because I don't know how you are when you are on the other side, but that's what's happening. I love how Vusi Nova was brave enough to fight for Zahara, to say, listen, I don't think that she would want you here. And also, where were you? Okay. And especially because I don't think that the family, even if they're feeling like, hey, Bafuna and Labala, they're not going to be able to express it. Okay. So I love how he fought for her. So Lindy Uti, this should be an eye opener for us South Africans to see the damage we do to other people. Really shaming is uncalled for. We need to use Ubuntu Batum. What happened to humanity, to us Mzansi people? No, I agree with you. I just feel like, but we don't learn because it happens all the time. It happens. Didn't people just say that when Ricky Rick passed away. That guys, we need to be careful what we say about people online and all of that. And then we never just learn and do it. Okay, I really love what Vusi did. What about the sisters who went on a shopping spree when there was hospital bills to be paid? Yes, Togolisa, I get that, but I think with family, even the person that has done the worst thing to you is usually allowed to be around when it's when it's time for to prepare for your funeral or memorial service and all of that. And I think because they are family, and I think maybe he felt like he had, he could do that because it's just people in the industry. Zahara was his friend. She probably told him a lot of these stories that she was trying to tell all of us, and we were not believing them. So it was like, not today, Satan, not today, But I think with family, you can't really do that, And also, that story was published through some sort of a source. So I don't know, you guys. Maybe they know things that we don't know about. I don't know. Lindy says ignorance is about two things. You want or not. Period. Was she went through a lot. I feel for her. Ignorance isn't about two things. You want or not. Period. Poor Zahara. I think I'm reading this thing wrong. Write that comment again because I'm not understanding it. Sorry about that. Good morning, Louisa. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to have you here. I'm also surprised that her liver took such a short time to collapse. I mean, it wasn't that long that Zahara abused alcohol. Okay. When I was reading about liver complications, you guys, they did say that it's not only alcohol that can affect it. So, not to say that it wasn't affected by alcohol, but let's just say that it was already not so strong for whatever reason. It was affected by other things, but then you're also drinking, so that can happen. Okay. So we can't say, I don't know, you guys, we can't just say that it was alcohol, even though we know that it's not good. Drinking a lot is not good for your liver, too. So, yeah. Anyway, you guys, let's move on. Okay, maybe we should do the Ramaphosa story. So remember, you guys, the court did make a decision on the Zulu royal house story, and they said that they will. The decision was to set aside, the decision made by Ramaphosa to have or Mrs. Zulu as the king. Okay. And then, and then the president was instructed to put together some kind of a committee so that they could do some investigations. Someone had said in my comment section that the thing is, if Ramaphosa was the one that made a decision that King Mrs. Zulu should be king, and then he's also the one that is asked to put together this committee, what's going to happen is that committee is still going to come to the same conclusion that he is supposed to be king. Okay. And I think we're kind of seeing that, okay, because one thing about King Misuzulu is that he has the president's support, okay? So we're going to read about that because President Cyril Ramaphosa is apparently trying to appeal the decision that was made by the court as far as the Zulu royal house is concerned. And they are saying that some members of the royal house are very happy with Ramaphosa, okay? Even when there is not supposed to be politics, I'm telling you, there is politics. So let's go through the story. It says President Ramaphosa to appeal the High Court judgment setting aside the recognition of the Zulu king. This is a story by Upilani Mzila for Zimoja. Yeah, you see this hand? Yeah, when at this hand? Yeah, I'm telling you, it was probably at Palapala. With the money there under the couches. President Cyril Ramaphosa will challenge the decision by North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria to set aside his recognition of Mrs. Zulu Zolitin as the AmaZulu king. On Monday, Judge Norman Davis ruled that the president's decision was unlawful and invalid and was set aside with cause. The court further ordered Ramaphosa to institute an investigative committee to investigate allegations of violation of customary law in the identification of King Misuzulu. Ramaphosa spokesperson Vincent Magwenya said Following a study of the judgment, the president will apply for leave to appeal against the court's decision. Makwenya added that during the legal processes, King Misuzulu remains the identified heir to the throne. The president is calling on all members of the royal family to continue working for the unity of Ubukhosi BakwaZulu and to prioritize the interest of His Majesty's subjects. It is vital that all due processes are allowed to reach their natural conclusion without inflaming tension, said Ngwenya. President Ramaphosa officially handed over a certificate of recognition to King Misuzulu KwaZulu in October last year. The same month, he was crowned Amazulu King. Okay, I do wonder, you guys, how those processes worked long time ago before we had our president. Okay, how come now the president has to give the certificate to somebody for them to be recognized as king? It's interesting, okay? Ramaphosa has already issued the certificate to Mr. Zulu earlier last year and was following a wish expressed by the royal family to formally hand over the certificate at the ceremony held at Moses Mabhida Stadium, okay? So you get a certificate to be the king. Yesterday, Mr. Zulu spokesperson Prince Africa Zulu said that the king was still studying the verdict. You must note that the king is not affected by the verdict. So the Zulu kingship is not at all affected by it, but he is studying it. What is important is the fact that Ramaphosa has responded to the court outcome and that he will be appealing the decision to set aside the coronation and recognition of the king. We don't want to speak much about this since we are still processing the judgment, but our understanding is that the judge ruled against the president's role in the process, which does not affect the throne since he was already a king when he was handed the certificate. He said, okay, I guess this is more complicated than we think. King Misuzulu was recognized by Ramaphosa as the king of the nation a year after the passing of his father, King Goodwill Zwelithini Zulu, and his mother, Queen Mantombi. The court case between King Goodwill Zwelithini's sons resumed at the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria just a month after the passing of Prime Minister Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who had begged Mrs. Zulu's appointment as king. Before Shenge passed away, there was a dispute between the king and Zulu Prime Minister. We saw the late Prince not signing an affidavit that forms part of the king's support documentation and evidence. Buthelezi had chaired a 2021 family meeting where Mrs. Zulu was announced as the successor to his mother, Queen Mantombi. Okay, so that's what is happening at the royal house. Okay, I don't know, you guys. I just feel like when you have the president's support, is it really going to be fair like that? I don't know, you guys. Anyway, that's what's happening with that, you guys. It looks like Ramaphosa is going to be appealing the decision by the courts. Okay, there's another article here on the Daily Sun where they're talking about how some members of the royal house are very happy with Ramaphosa. So if you want to read more on this story, you guys, it is a detailed story, but it is a Daily Sun article. Okay, if you know what I mean. But it does also have some quite interesting information as far as the reaction of the royal house, you guys. I do like the fact that it still feels like things are a little bit peaceful still. I'm going through this thing and you guys can't even see it. So this is the article. The Royal Zulu Royal House blesses Ramaphosa. Okay, so if you want to read more on this story, the information is right here. I do like the fact that even with the decision that was made by the court, it still seemed like things are still peaceful. Okay, nobody's fighting. People are just trying to keep calm. Okay, I would love to get the comment of Princess Magadi at this point, but nobody's writing about it. Okay, maybe I must check Isole as well. I want to hear how he feels. Okay, about this decision. I suppose easy recipes. Hello, Ntando, and everybody. What are we cooking today? Okay, so what are we going to cook? Okay, help us out here. These people are here. They're not going to school. They're not going to work. They just want to eat. We need easy recipes, with very cheap ingredients. Okay, put together something for us. I'm saying if they ignore you, it's either the person wants to attend you on or not. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. English is a small island. It's even worse when you're reading it. Noma uyikhuluma ubheda nje. Anyway, thank you for clarifying that. Unjani Ntombi yami sikuthanda Kobhembe unjani uSipho Sethu Linde. Sipho Sethu is doing well. I'm going to be spending a lot of time with her. We're going to be sick of each other by the end of December because of course Andy's going to be going home soon. But Sipho Sethu is doing well, you guys. Okay, she's excited about Christmas. Excited about eating choice assorted. Okay. Hello, the Blue Clinic with Dr. Tabile. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's good to have you here. I'm surprised that President Rama is investing all his energy in the Zulu royalty, no vendor. They are facing the same challenge as his mom about it. Okay, that's something not to sound I don't know, whatever, but there's something about the Zulu kingdom that makes it feel like it's more recognized than the others for some reason. Okay. It's in the history of everything. People will say KZN, we are our own country kind of a situation. And it always feels like politically people really want the backing of the KZN. And what do you do when you want that? Okay, you support the king. Okay, if you want the backing of the Zulus, okay, if you want the Zulu votes, what do? You support the king, okay? But I also don't understand why they wouldn't pay attention to the others, but I just feel like there's something about it. Even that the argument, someone was saying that it always just feels like sometimes Zulus are treated like they're more important, like other South Africans, and I don't disagree. Sometimes it seems that way, okay? Uh, uh, and then Jabu says, hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Good. It's good to have you here, Jabu. And not to sound tribalism. No. I definitely know that. Okay. We have Zulu privilege over here when it comes to the Zulu kingdom. I definitely say it. I mean, which guys, there was an article on Zimoja. It's just that I don't know if it's Tswana King or something like that. Somebody ran off with millions and millions of rands and went overseas with all of the money that was supposed to, like they get money from government and funders and all of that. Somebody that was working for them just took the money and ran off. How many people have you seen them talk about that story? It's a king, but it's not a Zulu king. So, so no, it's not you being tribalism, it's the truth. Okay, they do pay more attention to what happens with it. Feels that way. Maybe they do pay attention to the other, we just don't know, but it just feels that way. I totally agree with that. So guys, let's get the updates on this Zimdollar story because we did talk about it a lot, so I wanted it to sort of become a full circle moment with it because Zimdollar, remember there was that issue where she had said something on radio about, the police, and Begitsela was not happy about it. And then she was talking about her life being threatened. And then at some point, there was a thing about her being accused of being in possession of illegal cheese. Okay. So they're saying that those charges have been withdrawn. Okay. So we're going to find out what's happening with that. Okay, it was a big story, especially if you know Zimdollar and that whole story of her and her family being in the taxi business, and that whole speech that she did on Ukhozi FM that upset the minister. Ukhozi FM presenters possession of G's case withdrawn. This is a story by Upilani Mzila. It says here the case against Ukhozi FM presenter Zimdollar. Someone was actually asking us what is Zimdollar's real name. Here it is. It's Zimipi. Where are they standing? It's a direct translation of the name. Okay. Zimiphi Zimdollar Biela has been withdrawn by the Eshowe Magistrate Court in KwaZulu-Natal today. It's alleged that the police discovered an AK-47 AS rifle and a 22 rifle, 303 rifles and ammunition. Hey, YouTube is going to give me a yellow dollar sign with all of these G's here that I mentioned. Zimdollar was only summoned to court last month. In a statement, KZN police spokesperson Robert Nechunda said the police also found a suspected stolen vehicle engine with its number erased on the same premises. Investigation have thus revealed that the R22 and the 303 rifles were stolen during the burglary at a house in Richmond in 2016. Said Nechunda, Zimdollar was charged with unlawful possession of the F, unlawful possession of MU, and a possession of suspected stolen property. Okay, I do wonder, you guys. Lungi, ngithathela i-charger ye-laptop. Shesha. National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson Natasha Kara confirmed that Zimdollar appeared in court and that the matter was not enrolled. And the matter was not enrolled because because after consultation, it was decided that further investigations needed to be conducted, she said. In early November, Zimdollar apologized to the police after going live on radio. Sorry, you guys. I forgot to put the charger on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. In early November, Zimdollar apologized to the police after going live on radio, accusing them of being incompetent and being trigger happy. Zimdollar, who is popular because FM presenter in Devon Jen, and Devon Jen actress had fired shots at the police after the passing of the suspected criminal and businessman Kululeko Mkhize, who was linked to the killing of 5 men at the shopping center in Richards Bay in KwaZulu-Natal in September. Mkhize was very close to Zimdollar's brother and controversial businessman Vic Abiyela, who is on a wanted list by the National Intervention Unit (NIU). After the case, an excited Zimdollar took to social media and posted, "We went to court today, and when we arrived there, Shembe had already dealt with my case. We were told to go back home since more time was needed to conduct further investigation." Usodaka Shembe, by the way, Zimdollar, so that's why she's saying that Shembe took care of it. Okay. I wish I could take care of my money over here during Christmas, okay? Hey, I'm joking, guys. I know no God must take care of it. Hey, I don't know what it means to say he took care of it, okay? Why is Lungi up so early? Lungi is an early riser. If you have a child that has been in boarding school, that's what they do. They just get used to waking up early. She wakes up very, very, and my sister was the same. Our firstborn at home she's the only one that went to boarding school. To this day, we always say, "Uvuka early, clean and lean." They just, that routine from boarding school, they keep it at home. It's a holiday today, and mommy must wake up early alone. She's an early riser. Even Sipo is up. She's just in bed, but she's been talking there. Anyway, you guys, this is a story. Oh, there's another one. This one. Guys, this woman. Hey, Kusiam. Agnes, we thought we had seen things with Rosemary Ndlovu, but we had not seen anything. We had not seen anything because this one, I think she took the template, got Rosemary Ndlovu, this woman, and then just did it even better than Rosemary. Because one thing about Rosemary Ndlovu, guys, is that she didn't look like she had lots of money. Okay, she wasn't slaying. Rosemary Ndlovu was not slaying, not at all. Rosemary Ndlovu took so much insurance on people, but we haven't seen the 3-story house. We never saw the cars she bought. She just gambled the money. Okay, she gambled all of it. Okay, you go like, guys, you pay in your whole family just so you can go and gamble. Okay, that's what Rosemary did. This one was like, okay, Rosemary did this. I'm going to do it better. Okay. The insurance amounts for her are just like, what? Okay. So they're saying now she took 6 million cover on her son, guys. This story, I'm like, honestly, you guys, I feel like with this story, yes, the people that are taking insurances on their family members just so that they can take their lives need to be arrested and be thrown in prison forever and ever. But I feel like insurance companies need to be held accountable, because why would you allow somebody to take life insurance on their son? When am I sitting here thinking that my son is going to leave this world before me and I'm going to need to be funny? And also, what financial? Because listen, the reason we take life insurance as parents, we take life insurance because we want to make sure that our kids are okay when we leave. because for some reason it's it's natural to think that I'm going to probably leave before they leave. Okay, when children leave the world before the parents, it's not really the natural way of things. Okay, so you're not sitting there and thinking, oh, if my son passed away, oh, how am I going to survive? Because you're not surviving through your son. You're the one that provides for your son, so you should take life insurance on you, the 6 million on you, so that your son can get some money when you pass away. So I'm like, no, insurance companies needs to be held accountable too in these situations, because how are you allowing a woman to take 6 million rand life insurance on her son? What is she seeing the future? What is she seeing in the future about her son? I don't get it, you guys. I don't get it. I just feel like, nah, they need to be held accountable somehow. Okay, woman accused of paying relatives for insurance money covered her son for 6 million. I none a million. What did you think was going to happen to your son? When I wonder how she's going to explain that. The Malupo Magistrate Court in Mabato in Northwest heard that a woman accused of paying her relatives for insurance money was arrested just outside insurance company office, where she was about to claim the 6 million payout for her son, who passed away in July this year. Evil. Agnes Sentshwantsho, who is dubbed Rosemary Ndlovu 2.0, appeared in court yesterday for the continuation of her bail hearing, giving evidence opposing Sentshwantsho's bail. Lead investigator Sergeant Keshi Mabunda said that Sentshwantsho was now their main suspect in the passing of her son, Kutlo, who was studying at the University of... You see, at the university, you are killing your son for the 6 million. It's alleged that Sentshwantsho went to fetch her son from school in July and bought him a burger at Steers. Now our kids are going to be scared to eat burgers we give to them. Okay? We have the records of her buying the 2 burgers at Steers using her FNB card in Mochibistad. She said she had fetched Kutlo from school for school July holidays. Mabunda told the court. Mabunda also testified that he had the order to exhume Sentshwantsho's last husband's warrant officer. She was even married to a police officer who passed away in 2016. It's alleged that the deceased was not going to work for a year before his passing, and that the suspect had inquired about his pension payout from the station commander who he worked. It's like, so guys, like imagine me calling my husband's employer and be like, listen, can you just tell me how much I would get if something happened to him? What? Like what? And then the next thing, the husband is gone. So it says here that this colleague, Colonel Silepe, called to check if he was sick, and the accused answered his phone and refused for Silepe to speak to her husband. Mahmuda testified. Northwest National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson Henry Mamuchame said that Sentshwantsho's defense attorney read an affidavit on her behalf stating reasons why she should be granted bail. No, she should not be granted bail. Okay, she should absolutely not be granted bail. Mamutame said that the investigating officer Mabunda provided the court with reasons for opposing bail. Mabunda, amongst other things, testified on the false address provided by the accused when she was profiled. The same address was discovered to be provided by an insurance company she's registered with. He further testified on the availability of storage facilities to keep preserving the accused chronic medication, dispelling her allegation that such facilities are not available. Mamtame said that the state intends to call on its next witness when the matter resumes. The accused is facing charges of two of fraud and the one of defeating the ends of justice. She's accused of poisoning her niece in March this year, 6 months after she took out a 3 million life cover. She's like 6 months waiting period. Yes, like, guys. The South African police reported that on the 16th of November, an intelligence operation led to arrest of the accused on suspicion that she murdered her relatives to benefit insurance claims. The suspect was traced and arrested in Centurion during the takedown operation led by SAPS in collaboration and full cooperation with insurance company. The SAPS further reported that in the past 2 months, Mabunda and the team of detectives have been working on the case following the tip-off from the relative of the suspect. Though, or through analysis and collective evidence, including the exhumation of the body, the team was able to link Sentshwantsho to the murders. Police are conducting further investigations with the possibility of adding more charges against the accused. They must add them. Meanwhile, the accused will remain in police custody, which is the right place for her, pending the outcome of the bail application, he said. The case was postponed to 20 December. Yeah, she must be going to court while we are preparing for Christmas, this one. Guys, listen, we need to be careful here. You know, we need to watch out for these aunties that are slaying over here and we don't know where they get the money from, and family members keep passing away. Okay, pay attention to them. Look at how she was laying there. How is your life better after your husband, your son passes, when you just keep your financial situation keeps getting better? Now we must get suspicious, and we must hide our ID numbers and our kids' ID numbers now, because you know, people are out here taking life insurances on us, okay, and our kids. I think life covers insurance should be regulated, same way as funeral covers. They should be put a cap on the amount insured per person, and minors should not be insured. Exactly, guys. And it must make sense. It must make sense. I thought that they would say, let's say you have a business partner, you know, someone that you run a business with, big business, and you know that when they pass, it would affect negatively, financially affect a business. Okay. I thought that they said that that's the only time that you will be able to take life insurance on a person. Otherwise, the life insurance should be on you. I mean, I think the life insurance should be on you. You should take life insurance on yourself, not your kids. Okay. It just doesn't make sense. And also, there must be reasoning behind it. Like, I can totally justify why I have life insurance, because I'm like, yeah, because if I pass away, my kids, what are they going to eat? They will need a little bit of financial support. Okay. I can justify that. But how do I justify that if I'm taking life insurance on my distant cousin, you know, whom we never have any, they're not taking care of me. I'm not taking care of them, but for some reason I must get money when they pass away. How does that make sense? I also think that they should be regulated, and I think that they also should be held accountable when situations like this happen. How did you allow? What was the reasoning behind it? Why did you think that it was okay for this woman to take life insurance on their children? Okay. Sanibonani, OG Media. Hello, hello, hello. Kade sakugcina. OG. Thoko Masondo. Hello, Ntando. And Ed Louise, I agree. Minors children should not be covered. I think so too. I think so, you guys. I even feel weird about covering your mother with life insurance. Okay, just make sure your mother has a great send off. Okay, take good funeral cover on your mom. Okay, so that you never have thoughts of, hey, when is my mother passing away? Just take good, what my mother is going to be, sent off nicely when the time comes. Not life insurance, because now when you're like struggling financially, you'll be thinking, ish, yeah, when is this one dying? Insurance. So they are, because all they're thinking about is collecting on those premiums, because obviously you have to pay every month, even though I don't understand how these people afford. Yes, the insurance, guys. And for some reason, insurance a lot of the times, like, but in the bank account. When you're like, yo, they're like, and you're like, oh, conj, conj. So I always wonder, you guys, how they manage this one. They said, what, 60 different life insurance policies that she had taken. Bank, like, I want to see her bank statement. I want to see her bank statement, how it looks like. Linda, hey, talk on my son. Hi, Linda. Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning, you guys. Listen, I think I've done all of the stories that I was going to do here. Yes, you guys. And I think I've made up for yesterday for not doing the live. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate so much hanging out with you guys. Have a great holiday. Sipiwe, guys. Sipiwe Ramaphosa. If you are thinking Ramaphosa does nothing for us, that is not true. He gave us a holiday. He gave us a holiday because class 16 is tomorrow. We're never gonna get it. Okay, so he gave us a holiday. So we are grateful for that. So he does give us something. It might not be what we want, because what we want is the jobs. Okay, what we want is electricity. Enough of it. Okay, we want enough water. We need the potholes to not be potholing. Okay, and we need the hum. Guys, have you, like, now when they do the hams, have you seen? Maybe you guys are staying in the like nice suburbs, you know. Emalokishini nasemakhaya, when they do the humps, it's like they just put usemeni lapha, and then the hump is like, it's like you're crossing the bridge, but it's a hump. Yeah, that's what the IAEO party has done for our country. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Guys, please don't forget to like. Liking is actually free, okay? Like the video before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.